What's going on, Helldiver fans? Some huge news here. As we can see right here on the PlayStation Twitter, Sony says it right here. Guys, look at this. This is another win, and this is good. This is the reason why just humanity in general, you need to fight back against things sometimes. Because you never know what people may say. Definitely, when their business is on the line, this is their first service game. There's a lot of things that happen. I'm kind of just glad to see this, because just look at the results. They literally canceled the account linking that is going to be required for PlayStation Network. See, we've heard your feedback on Helldivers 2 account linking update. The May 6th update, which would have required Steam and PlayStation Network account linking for new players and current players beginning May 30th, will not be moving forward. We're still learning what is best for PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Thanks again for continued support of Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you updated on future plans. Now, we don't know if this is going to be permanent, but the thing is that they realized something. I mean, they were about to freaking really just destroy a lot of things internally that these developers did. And guys, let me tell you something. This is not a development issue. The development of Helldivers was great and the game was doing well. Were you out there attacking developers? I'm telling you, it's retarded and you're being a moron. This is a publishing issue. If I got on Fortnite and I got required to sign in, that's because the publisher of the game wanted me to sign in. The developers are making great content. If I got on The Elder Scrolls Online, it's because Bethesda is the publisher and requires your account to sign in. This is nothing new. This has been going on all the way since MMOs way back then. All these companies require you to sign in to their service games. If I got on Genshin Impact, Hoyoverse, the publisher, wants me to sign in. I'm not going to get mad at other platforms or other developers. If I got on World of Warcraft, Blizzard will, or Diablo, they will require me on Nintendo, on Xbox, on PlayStation, on whatever, even if there's a new Sega console, to sign in. That is a publishing issue. It's not really an issue just to sign in, but the point is that this culture today needs to realize that you need to get your information correct and realize where this issue is and where it needs to be resolved. Attacking developers that have nothing to do with that is not intelligent. So learn to know who to attack. Even though the Helldiver CEO came in and did that, but he's doing that to be nice. But I'm telling you, what he did was actually intelligent to stop the account linking, period. Which is what this is continuing to do, so that you could just sign in and play the game. But that was not his decision. That's a publishing decision. The fact that he said that is that mean that he's taking heat. So, and he did people a favor because he allowed you to experience what you want to experience, not being able to sign in PSN if you're on Steam. And just to begin with, and don't even take this negative, this game will not exist on PC if it wasn't for PlayStation. This is Sony's game that they published. Even though I give all credit to Arrowhead because they're the developers, but still, realize where the source comes from. It's the same thing like if GTA comes to PC, it's a console game. It's where it started. All video game development is mostly based around consoles. It goes all the way back to Nintendo saving gaming and bringing it to America in a positive manner, with Mario being Jesus saving the gaming industry. If it wasn't for consoles, there is no PC gaming, period. Realize where things are based around. Realize how GDK kits work. Go to the game developer conferences and see what they base everything around. See who makes the most profit, like period. From beginning all the way to the 80s, where it succeeded and was allowed because of Nintendo saving gaming in America, and going all the way to now. Just look at the roots and see how it got here. Because I have PC fully decked out. I've had every console that came out, and I beat every game everywhere. I'm all about games. If the game is not coming to PC, I have the console to play it. Me, it's about games. It's not about settings. You can sit there with the most overpowered specs in the world, but if you don't have the game, it's pointless. So the thing is that stop attacking developers when it's not a developing issue. Going and review bombing Helldivers 2 is literally destroying the development built up and all the hard work they did. It's stupid. What you should be doing is constructive criticism. Going after Sony, if because that's who made that decision. They're just developing the game. Review bombing the game is literally hurling the developers who literally made an amazing game that people are playing every single day. It doesn't make sense because the quality of the game has not changed. It's just literally credentials signing in now, linked into PSN to make their stats go up, and them dropping off other people in other countries, which is not good. So you see what I'm saying? If a game is greatly developed and somebody says you need to sign in, I'm cutting you from signing in, that has nothing to do with development. That's literally a suit and tie publishing business issue. So you attacking the development is not intelligent. Let's always remember that because it just gets annoying when I see people just acting like lunatic cultists running around attacking things that have nothing to do with the situation. So that's my sense on that. But I'm happy to see that they made that decision. You see, this is why Sony is saying this. The Helldiver CEO developers cannot make that decision. So let's understand the difference between a publishing decision and a development decision. But it's great to see this. You know, people down here are saying the same thing. Leave Arrowhead alone. This is absolute. We're never going to quit taking this out on Helldivers 2 devs. Ended up in the crossfire for this. Fans and devs won. You see, this is a publishing issue. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me, I've been doing this for a while. Just haven't been on the camera, and I'll be doing a lot more stuff. But I'm very happy for the Helldivers 2 community, and I'm glad Sony decided to make that decision rather than destroy their first successful service game. And let's look at this too. They're bringing it to PC. So stop crying because you had to sign in. I just think that it's an overblown out proportion. But what I don't uh, think is negative is the fact that people actually fought. It's not bad to fight. I don't think that that's negative. What I think is bad in Oblana is people taking it out on people that have nothing to do with it and attacking developers. And that's my thing about that. So hopefully you guys can understand that. Like seriously. So yeah, I mean you can just go down and read this. Fans one, let's go. Yeah, and I'm happy for that. And it's good. And this is a thing that people need to do more. But like I said, guys, do it in the right manner. See where this issue comes from and who made the decision. Because Helldivers is a great game. CEO, they're awesome developers. I'm very happy for them. And you know, the thing with Sony is like, yeah, you just can't just come out of nowhere and just throw that on people. You because people were comfortable doing what you know already what they were doing. So to come out and do that and hurt everything, hurt people in other countries that have nothing to do with that, and you just yeah, you see where it was going. Just real quick, how things just go to hell. That's not good. So you want to get things back to what is positive and see what type of decision you can make that is better. So one thing I can say though is that if we look at, we'll keep you updated on future plans. You know, who knows what that means, right, guys? Right? But the thing is, the good thing is that you know, on the PC side, uh, things are going back to the way they were being successful because the PC community has helped out a lot, and that's great. It's not bad. And I think more games should be there. Why would you want a community that's closed off when you can be more successful? Allow more people in. Single player games, you know, I can understand it, but then again, and let me just be quite frank with you, I can tell you why they're doing this. It's because it makes them look better. They get more profit. PSN, you know, gets more positive looks. I seriously think these corporations are still like just greedy and demonic, just period. Regardless if they're sharing and they're only doing it because it helps them out because they don't have a choice. So if they could get away with it, they would do it. That's just me, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people would agree with me. But at the end of the day, the fact that gamers can still get it in other communities is good. Because to me, it's about people experiencing epic games. I don't care about it being locked somewhere else. But if it is, and it's the only way for me to play it, guess what? I'm going there. And I love Nintendo, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people have issues with them, but it's hard to get mad at them compared to PlayStation. It's different because you have to understand what they did for the industry, you know what I mean? They've made it possible for things to be where they are now because of them. So because they drive the industry in creative ways, you gotta think about it. They're so creative, and they never sell out. They just are who they are. They don't abandon their own territory either in Japan, and sell out or stab Sega in the back and all that. I don't want to get too much into that, but there's some issues I really have with Sony where I'm just like, you've been mostly third party for a very long time, and you should be more humble in a lot of ways. Nintendo did that from in-house, from the ground up, creating and inspiring the whole way through. They may have some like annoying issues where it's like you can't mess with my product, but their quality shows that. The only thing they need to get up to date on is technology. But other than that, they make everyone else better. I mean, so many developers have gotten so much inspiration and gotten so much better because of them. So it's different when I look at them in a different way. And I just think that if we understand how the industry works, we would have a lot of respect from them and understand why we have gaming today. This is just, respecting the roots and understanding the mastering where it comes from, right over there in Japan. And yeah, just knowing the difference between what is an issue with them compared to the issue with Sony. And I know a lot of PC gamers that hate Sony, and I understand why. You know what I mean? I respect them for just helping gaming grow in a certain way, but there are some things that they do sometimes where I can understand why a PC gamer would get really mad at them. And like I said, I play all, I have everything. Uh, but yeah, sometimes Sony does stuff, and I'm like, no, you know what I mean? Like I said, Nintendo, they protect their own IPs. They're allowed to do that. It's their creation. It's their baby. You know what I mean? They're allowed to do whatever the hell they want. And you guys should know better. Uh, they're going to defend their IPs. And as far as them bringing their games to PC, maybe they may start doing that in the future. Who knows? But that's a totally different topic, not to get too far off. But it's just to understand, well, I can understand why if people are on a certain platform, just remember that there's people that spend more money on microtransactions in a goddamn month than a console price. Just get the hardware sometimes if you can't get the software. Like if you love Nintendo games and you think you want to pirate them, say on PC, but you know you can't do that, get the console. If you don't want to get it, then don't. Me, I'm all about the software and I want to be there day one. If I can do it, so what? People are spending $1,000 on a damn iPhone twice a year. The console comes out every 5, 6 years. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Not everything is gonna come to PC. I'm just telling you that. Sometimes you might have to wait. So yeah, getting back to this topic, um, this is just great, and like I said, I'm very happy um, for those people. Definitely where he got delisted at because that's messed up, and I think that's unfair. So it's good for them to say though, we're still learning what is best for PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Yeah, that's the right thing to say. PR statement. But the people that done things in a constructive manner on PC, very good job, guys. If you want to make the community seem like it's more intelligent, please do that. You know what I mean? Don't sit there and say PC master race and all this and that because of specs, and then go and act like that and show that you're not acting intelligent by harassing developers when this is not a development issue. If you're want to put on that type of image and think that PC is the best place to play, which is not because that's just subjective. Um, but from a performance point of view, if it's on PC and other platforms, I can understand that if it's not ported bad. I mean, yeah, you can always have the option to have better specs. Um, but games today look so good. If everyone could play at 60 frames per second and not everyone is at like these super high specs, then at the end of the day, it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, you know what I mean? Sometimes that can be overblown out. Like I said, if a game requires a certain development kit to max it out, and you're sitting there with like extra 80% GPU, CPU, RAM, and it's never gonna get used, it's pointless. You know what I mean? All that type of stuff is used for like, maybe like a crazy game like Cyberpunk at like 8K or something, or 4K 120. But all that stuff is, extra stuff. If people could get 60 frames per second and play the game and not notice that, and you guys know this, most of the people are not gonna really look at it like that. The average Gamer still does not look at things like that. This is more hardcore and maybe midcore to a certain extent. So just getting back to the Helldivers controversy, there's been a lot of controversy on this game, just like with Stellar Blade and a lot of other stuff against Sony. Making these type of decisions and people thinking that they're being double standard. But yeah, I'm very happy with this, and yeah, let me see how this is gonna go. And like I said, good win, guys. At the end of the day, this is very positive. But you have to understand where I'm coming from when I say that do things more intelligently, make gamers look intelligent, you know. But yeah, you guys have a good day, and once again, I'm happy about this. Peace out, guys.